Squares beware everywhere. I'm JJ Fun from On the Line podcast show with JJ Fun, me and Junior, and that's Junior.
What's happening with it?
Today we got a guest.
Oh yeah.
We got a guest. We got one for y'all.
Say it 3 times,
Hey. Well, we got, he peek out every now and then, so we got him today. So y'all stay tuned and keep your ears on. We got him for a minute, so we about to push this thing.
Yeah, we're gonna press the line on the line. So no time left. Let's introduce the guest. The guest is
Tha Deee the General. Welcome, man. Thank you for coming out with us.
Eastside up, bro. You already know what it is.
Appreciate you, big homie, stopping by and hollering.
It's dope. We've been talking about it.
Yeah.
I told you I was gonna do it. I'm a man of my word. So,
you always been that. I ain't never, even when he was DP and niggas. But anyway, we're gonna not talk about that. Y'all saw, if you watched the On the Line podcast YouTube channel, you just seen Tha Deee saying this, that, and all. There he is right there.
Right here.
Here today in Long Beach, California. So, Tha Deee, I appreciate you, man. I know you had other places and things you could have been doing and hanging with the missus and all and family, but I do appreciate you, honestly, for stopping by and hollering at me and doing this show today.
Man,
so,
that's good.
You want to hit him with some of that rap music stuff?
Hey, man, look. You got one of the distinctive voices on the microphone, man. You can close your eyes and you can hear your voice. That's Deee. So word on the street, man, you got something coming.
Believe that. That's more than word on the street.
Okay, so it's official.
Yeah.
All right.
Album
right on.
completed. Produced by Jay Massey. One producer on the 16 joint.
Oh, okay.
Album. Yeah. And it embodies everything that you can possibly imagine when it comes to the violence that we experience and that we exact upon others. So it's heavy. It's heavy. It's my best work by far.
So let me ask you this then. When you sit down, talk to yourself, you know what, I'm about to put this together. How did you come up with that title? Because you've been on a lot of stuff, you did a lot of stuff. What made you say, okay, I'm gonna do this, but this is gonna be the title of this album, I'm coming like this?
Well, actually, I started recording initially. I did a song called Heavy at my boy Rob T house.
Mm-hmm.
And it was based on that YouTube clip where they got me tucking the fofo, and it's like, man, come on, man, Tha Deee, stay heavy. So that's how I kick off.
Oh, okay.
So it began with that, then, just the energy I was on at that time. I have a song on there called Berserk. I have a song called 187. I have a song called Damn Cuz. I got a song called Swear on the Set. I got a song called Malice. That was the direction as opposed to, just me talking a whole lot of violent shit.
Now, you got some out there, you promote violence, all this and that. So what you want to say? What you want to say to them people that think that's what you pushing?
Don't give one fuck.
Okay.
I'm, for the record, I'm Muslim. I pray 5 times a day. I fast yearly. I'm due to make my Hajj within the next year or 2. I give zakat, and I'm a very humble person and a family-oriented individual.
Right.
So this is hip-hop,
That it is.
It's not, let me raise your kids, it's not, hey, everybody, let's all get along and party. You got enough rappers that do that. I'm not one of them. So, I stuck to my lane and gave them what they wanted.
Okay, and it's gonna be a lot of people who gonna be on that, like, yeah, this is what we need right here. So we appreciate you coming back out, man, because I know, like I said, you peak it every now and then, but this time, yeah, it's on.
Yes, the Big Bang Theory all over again.
So I like to ask you this. The way the music is rap, gangster rap music, whatever you want to call it now, when we're talking about gangsterism, acts of violence, you're not just talking from mouth. Your past, you have exercised that. there's a criminal background that you have.
Most definitely.
When the acts of violence, force and violence.
Most definitely it is.
So it's a difference between when you say something that somebody that's 22, 19, 18 say something.
Now some of them that did some shit too.
Okay, but
because imagine when we was 19 and 22.
Anyway, for the
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you.
but what I'm saying, not on one time. We're talking about repeated. We're talking about recidivist behavior. Okay, I've known you have recidivist behavior. I learned from looking and knowing you that you do have recidivist behavior. This is where I got some of it from the streets. You were the streets here for me, for me and all the BGs that looked up to the G homies. You was one of the G homies that we all looked up to. You know what I'm saying? Not because the rap thing wasn't even in the play. That's
okay.
I didn't know
Pre-rap. It was pre-rap.
Yeah, because I didn't know the nigga could rap. That was not something I know. That ain't what that ain't what I know about.
Yeah.
You understand me? So this rap thing came some years later, and I was like, huh? He want to what?
Oh yeah, he
That got to
did.
do with the.
No, I didn't want to. That's what I'm doing.
Well, no, I'm talking about then. Talking about then.
No, but that was in the mind of people like.
Yes.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, that is not what, because we know you understand me. There was a time that.
Line pusher. Yeah.
Yeah. Then,
but you had to be that where we from, or you had to get out the way. So I wasn't planning on getting out the way. So
yeah, you threw us for a loop when you said they talking about this was happening and huh?
Yeah.
Rap.
Once he got on that pen,
You got time to do that?
It was a different story once you started putting that pen to that paper.
Yeah, there was a song. I remember I was with some of our homeboys, and they had pulled me up to a spot that we had, right? And went to this spot right there, blah blah blah. And it's one of the homies. He was a homie, but he wasn't from the set. But he was a homie, and he came out with a cassette tape with some.
The
metal.
old school.
Yeah, it was a cassette tape with some metal on it. I ain't never seen that cassette before. And it was some songs that he had done. I think it was, I got count times I went in and out of jail, so I got to go through it like that. There was, I think it was
we ain't
murder
got
was
that much time.
Yeah, okay. But the murder was the case soundtrack.
That was many times.
Yeah. But
Right.
I think it was
21 Jump Street.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. But he been doing stuff way before that.
Where'd you do?
Well, demos. Before murder was the case, I think I might have did Dropping Bombs on the show soundtrack, but I'm not sure which came first.
Okay.
But that was like the debut though. That was the big debut.
Right. Just see, when I got twisted up on that case, then you had the 21 Jump Street. I heard that, and I was in Linwood in the Crip Marshal over the radio, and the whole Marshal went up.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, went up.
The 21 Jump Street is.
But I had heard it with him. So I was like, I don't know how that's gonna work. But he don't want to do no more robberies. He had told me one day, I ain't doing no more robberies, cuz. I was like, damn, D, what? How you gonna live? So you gotta think, we talking about many years ago,
right?
When I was super ignorant and didn't understand life. This is what he told me, and he was really stuck on rapping. But again, you just let the homie go. He gonna do that. I'm gonna go do what I'm gonna do. I end up in jail. 21 Jump Street's on the Linwood on the TV, on the radio, because we used to listen to the radio through the TV and the module and shit, right? Then I went to jail. I think the show soundtrack. That was another. That came out when I was in jail. I think I was in Calipatria when that came out.
He was on that too.
See, I didn't know that, but I had to call VIP. We used to get tapes mixtapes from VIP.
Right.
So I would call the hood and get my tapes sent to me, like everybody else sent to the pen. That's when I heard he was on there.
When I knew he was buzzing, but I was on my top bunk when that single you hit called "I Be the Hardest." And I was on my.
That was an underground classic right there.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Shout out to my boy Butter.
Yeah, I was sitting on my top bunk when I came on, and I'm hitting the bottom like, when you got a song on, you do this, that means something fire on the radio. So I'm hitting the bottom like, hey man, and you was going hard. So when you made that transition from hanging with this dude to pushing your pen. what was in your mind? Like, man, I can do this, or I knew I could do this, or what made you do that?
I knew, granted, the opportunity from me writing behind the wall and, not really auditioning, but rehearsing my shit in front of the homies, and they was like, oh, the reaction I was getting from them, I was like, okay, I might can do this shit. So, when I heard Dog was doing what he was doing before I got out, I was like, one of the homies is on from Long Beach, shit. I'm getting on. So that was just my mindset. And it manifested, and, I got that first check for a feature on Murder Was the Case soundtrack, and it was 10 racks. And I was like, yeah, robberies probably won't be necessary any longer long as I stay in the studio.
Hey, you know what? It's a lot different going to the bank, going to that teller, hey, put this in my account, as opposed to like, you know what I'm saying?
Give me all that out there.
I'm putting in, I'm not taking out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now, during your career, you are regarded as one of the hardest Crip rappers on the West. You know that, right?
Gotta be.
Yeah,
I mean, my legacy, you know what I'm saying? To stand for itself, not being conceited or,
well, of course
arrogant
not, but you got,
or nothing,
you got that body of work when it come to that,
Can I say something, man? All right, when you say Crip, are you really saying gangster rapper?
Whatever fits under that umbrella.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Because you didn't got down with the best of them.
Right.
So, and you hold your own with your features, your own album, and they just said, we need something hard. Let's go call Deee, man, Now,
those who can stand up next to it, it's some that don't call me for features, but I ain't mad at them.
Oh, of course.
Do what you do.
Now, my next question is, being that you are good on that pen and pad, have anybody, without mentioning no names, have anybody ever called you and was like, hey man, I want to do a feature? You're like, nah, I'm good.
Several. Yeah.
So what is your decision? You gotta hear them, or is it the person, or is it their music?
Both. First of all, the beat has to move me to want to even be involved on it, first and foremost. And then, I run a make on the individual.
Right.
If he talking some gangster shit, then, I make sure he clear like that before I participate. And if he's just a MC or, an artist, just a regular rap artist, it's a possibility, as long as he don't got nothing bad attached to his name, that, I get down with him.
Right, okay.
Let me ask you this question. What's the meaning behind your rap name?
My homie Big Dog gave me that name. We were in the studio, me and Snoop Dogg, when we was doing 21 Jump Street, and he said, so Tracy D, what's your rap name? And I had a basic ass name I came up with when I started writing rhymes in prison, and it didn't fit the situation of the moment, because we was on some real live gangster shit, and anything outside of that wasn't applicable. So I was like, I thought for a minute. I was like, yeah, the homie Dog called me Trey D. That sound like some motherfucker rap under. So, I ran with that. I used to go by him and homie Booby spot over there on Linden, and and every time I come through the door, Trey D, what's up, cuz? So that's where that came from.
What is your most famous song?
That I did?
Yes.
Ooh, that's a good one.
When I say famous, it could be far as the numbers, or famous among the fans that's a Trey D fan.
It would have to be G'd Up or Beware My Crew.
Or I Love It.
I think G'd Up resonated a little harder than I Love It. gangster party music.
Yeah, it is.
You know, you throw that on, y'all hanging out, that get through on. It's like fingers going up and
You ain't lying.
walking,
Slack
going
jacking.
on. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's the initiator right there. So I would say it would probably be Gangsta Up.
Okay, now with that song, when you was in the studio, did you know that was gonna be like, yeah, motherfuckers gonna get busy to this? Or you was just like, okay, it's just another song, let's move to the next one?
Believe it or not, that song was for my solo album.
Oh, okay.
And I had did the hook to it, and I did the first verse to it, and guess who was on the second verse?
Who?
JJ, Tiny Dirter.
Oh! What?
Tiny Dirt was on the second verse. It was for my solo album.
Oh, wow.
So we did it in Snoop's garage. And then when we united as the Eastsidaz and decided we was gonna make a move like that, me, him, and Goldie, Snoop was like, hey, that song you did back there, we need to throw that on the album. Me and Loke gonna hop on it, and that's what it is. I'm like, let's go. That's how that
Okay.
That's how that song transmogrified all the way from mine to the Eastsider joint, but it was perfect. And Snoop sounded dope doing the hook, and it was a rap. It was a rap after that. That was the gangster classic.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I think 2014, I think it was 2014 or something when Get You Right, is that when that one came out?
Yeah, I was fresh out of prison.
I was getting ready to ask about that one. Yeah, was you ready to go from here to there? You said, let me get my shit together, let me get a little time, or you was like pedal to the metal as soon as the opportunity presented itself?
Well, I was gone. I left November 2003, and I paroled April 2014. So I did like 10 and a half years. And I was out maybe 2 weeks, and we had a show lined up in Fresno, the Fresh Fest, the K-Day Fresh Fest, and we had a show lined up in Fresno, and the following day we had one at the Forum in Inglewood. So, you know, I wasn't out a month, and I'm on stage in front of, 10, 15,000, and it's just like, this what I do. This is me. It's like riding a bike. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a song that's pretty much slept on. Get You Right. That motherfucker bang.
Right.
Yeah, that's one that's like.
It got some jewels on that. That's my work, Volume 4.
Yeah.
It got some jewels on there, but it was some older joints and some newer joints that was combined to kind of like announce that I was back out and things like that. But we didn't really put no promotion behind it or nothing. It was just us getting together and, enjoying each other's company and vibing again back in the studio. So did you ever listen to the Long Beach State of Mind, Volume 1 and Volume 2?
No, not all the way through.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to bring it up, but I think that was hard. That one was all right, But that Long Beach State of Volume 1 and that 2, vicious. Straight to the jugular, what it was and what it is. Check that out for your listeners and your viewers.
You gotta
find that and check that out, man.
Like I was saying earlier.
I ain't gotta make no more comments on it. Just check it out. That was raw.
Those Long Beach State of Mind,
Volume 1 and Volume 2.
Created in prison.
Oh, no shit.
I did them on the third tier in CMC.
Oh, shit,
Shout out to the homie C-Bird. Shout out to the homie Big PD. Shout out to Lil Trady. Shout out to JJ88 and Jay Massey. Appreciate all y'all and everybody featured on there. Shout out to K Slay, rest in peace. DJ K Slay, he hosted it for me while I was gone. Yeah. So, yeah.
What is the most famous part? What's the best part about being a rap artist? To you,
the recognition that you dope and people appreciate the music that you provide to the masses. That's the best part of being an artist to me.
Boy, that was a good one right there.
Yeah, because I know you done stood on plenty of stages, from the regular ones to the big ones, and you see all those people just word for word, and you like, damn, you know.
Yeah, when I went to Germany on a world tour with Snoop in I think 96, 97, and I saw half the crowd out there mouthing the words to what he was performing. And then when we was backstage, it seemed like everybody that came backstage spoke German and didn't even speak English, but they knew the words to his song.
No shit.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I mean? I saw, we went to Amsterdam and they was, it was like 100 people chasing behind the bus because they knew he was on there after we came out of the cafe smoking. So, it's like, it's a rush, it's a thrill, to attain that height of stardom, and we all, I believe every artist is reaching for that, whether he attains it or not, that's another story, but just to know that people respect what you do and how you do it, that's good enough for me.
So let me ask you this. When did you know you was Trey Deee, the artist rapper? Like, damn, these, oh shit, they know, because you known from, prior rap, but when did you know that I'm Trey Deee the rapper?
Possibly after I put out the Generals list, my first solo foray into the industry. I did a co-CEO deal with a brother named Rufino Anderson, rest in peace. He had S-Pop Entertainment, and with him it stood for singular position of power. But when I came on board, we changed it to strategic position of power because not only am I the general, but God has the singular position of power. So I couldn't push with that.
Okay.
Unless we changed that, what the acronym meant. And we worked on the generals list. Ice-T came out from New York. He featured on it, but I couldn't get the song mixed in time, so that didn't make it. But I was showcasing a lot of new talent as well that would have gotten overlooked because, they didn't have access to Snoop Dogg. They didn't have access to Ice Cube. They didn't have access to Dr. Dre. So, certain people in the hood that had talent, I let them come out and get down with me. And the reception of that album was bigger than I imagined it would be, and that's when I knew that I was my own entity in hip hop.
Now you still can't really go to the mall, you still can't hit, Chick-fil-A or something like that because it's like, man, that's, what I'm saying? Especially if you in your own city, but that's when I know you be like, damn, damn.
It's been like damn near 30 years.
30 years.
Since 94.
Yeah.
This the 29th year. So
beware my crew from all the somebody beware. Yeah.
So
you've been pushing a long time.
Yeah, so I done kind of got accustomed to it, and it's easy to deal with. People don't generally be annoying or obnoxious or nothing like that because they already know my background as well.
Yeah.
So it's, it usually just be props and salute, and I appreciate and respect that.
Oh yeah, that just lets you know, man, that you still got, fans from back then who generated new fans. Like, hey, you gotta check this dude out, and they come support you in the shows, and you know what I'm saying? So that's a good thing. I was always told when they stop looking for you, then you get worried.
Right. Right.
What keeps you motivated in doing music?
I'm a bad motherfucker.
Okay.
I know it's not a whole lot of people that can create the type of music that I create based on the authenticity, based on the experience, based on the depth of lyricism, based on the track selection, based on my entire approach to music. I know it's not a lot of people that can occupy my space. So I feel obligated to be able to deliver that to my fan base as well as those that might not be fans yet, but just like, oh no, I feel that shit. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what keeps me at it, and You know, my wife keep me motivated as well, you know, because
Yes,
she's a
sir.
bad motherfucker herself. So, you know, she's still recording. You know, she got a dope album coming herself. It's called Duffel Bag Music, hosted by Big Snoop Dogg. You know, it's right. It's right.
Duffel bag.
Oh, it's all the way right.
Oh no,
It's motivation.
I done heard about it. I just say I was unable to say anything.
Yeah,
so.
he heard a couple of tracks off of it too.
Yeah.
She keeps me motivated, and just her level of creativity is just off the Richter because, you know, not only is she co-CEO of Supreme Circle Music Group, but she also produces. She produced that track Moved Up with me, her, and OT Genesis. She produced that track.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that
And she
either.
hadn't been producing for like a year. And you know, and
I remember the
before
video.
she taught herself how to produce.
I was there for the video.
Yeah, I believe you were.
Yeah,
I believe you were. And you know, my daughter, she went to college and for engineering, so she knows how to record. So she taught my wife how to record, and my wife taught her how to produce.
Oh yeah.
You
So
know what I mean?
We trading, you know.
Yeah, and we have a studio in the past, so you know, it's like with all that creative energy taking place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not hard to be like, okay, let me add mine to this, and you know, make sure my people get it done.
And check this out for the people who out there that's listening. What he's talking about, him and wifey. If you ain't heard,
Cognac.
go check out. You Can't Fuck With This. I think that's
That's the name of it.
y'all got a song.
And almost every producer let me know, like, hey, you know you lucky. She was like a half a hair off slaying you on that cut.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
boy, if you had missed one step, you was dead.
Yeah.
You know?
If you would have stumbled, forget about it.
You know, and that's motivation for me right there.
And
you know
everything
what I mean?
is like, it's just perfect. The beat, the way y'all on there together. I mean, like, damn, that motherfucker hard.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't remember. You know, she was original Doggy's Angels. member.
Yeah.
So you know, her credentials are official.
Oh yeah. That's good that you know you two get in there and y'all might be like, nah, babe, say this. Okay, you right.
No, we don't do that.
No?
Not at all.
No?
Not at all. Well, when she's recording me, like, you know, I have a tendency to rap multi-syllabic. So I put a lot of words into one bar, and sometimes that will catch me up while I'm recording, and then she'll be like, babe, just say it like this, take that word out, and it'll always work. You know what I mean? So that's as far as that extent goes. As far as say this or don't say that, never. You know,
That's a good collaboration there.
Yeah.
That's called coaching, ain't it?
She hold her own and I hold my own. I mean, we don't need no training wheels. Ain't no proofreading, ain't no editing, you know, ain't none of that shit. You do you, I do me. And you know, that's what it is.
So I'm gonna ask you this question. By being from a gang or formerly, I say I'm inactive.
I'm from a motherfucking gang forever.
Okay, but I'm actually
that's
from
what it is. You know, motherfuckers know me from being for that, and if a motherfucker want to trip and don't want to acknowledge that a motherfucker then moved into another field, into another sphere of existence, and want to hold you accountable for what you claim or who you were, then you got to stand on that shit. So I'm always be from a gang.
Okay, by being from at the time when we was full active,
Right.
it was a big gang, real big.
Mm-hmm.
And did you ever think that you would be carrying the burden or the flag for the set?
You know, when I was younger, like maybe 14, 15, when I was in the youth authority, my demonstration was to be somebody who was acknowledged like that and up there in the pantheon of OGs and, you know, reputables. So that was my whole target and my aim from the outset, pretty much. would I imagine that it would actually come to me being looked at as, you know, one of the main figures or the main figure? That didn't matter so much to me, just as long as I was regarded as, you know, one of the factors.
Gotcha. Well, I said that because people, you know, say this, say that when they talk to me. I tell them, look, man, where I'm from, dog, I was just one grain of salt. To other folks, was more way vicious than I was. And
So
that,
you say.
Yeah, so, but just in my little world, I didn't know this was, I was a representative for the city and the set, and as a black man. So I didn't know all that. And I was younger and I was doing what I'm doing and stuff. As I become older and been in certain situations and circumstances, I was like, okay, I gotta move a little bit different than I once did when I was 19, 20, and I was banged out and didn't give a damn about what they was talking about, who was talking. I don't know the G homies don't DP me. Because when you get DP back then, it was a real DP. Yeah, it wasn't no negotiating and nothing.
Nobody wasn't putting it on camera or nothing.
None of that was on camera, none of that. Audio,
You wasn't
nothing.
there, you didn't know about it.
Nah, then we had a
Right.
thing called court. Never wanted to go to court. And I, you know, I'm kind of going off, but I never wanted to go to court because I seen how they held court and I seen some of them get DP. And my mitigating factor was I'm gonna do the right stuff all the time so I won't be in KP or at the Red or somewhere, you know, where they holding court. And at that time, that no longer happens.
Right.
But I'm talking about in the
To our
past.
knowledge.
To our knowledge, yes,
Yeah.
yes. No longer active in the street like that, me. So that was a fear that I possessed to not, hey, homie, I got to do everything right. Because I know you don't want to take the burden of the turf after you. That's what you don't want. Then you want the certain G homies pulling up on you. So I say that to say this. Yours is way bigger than mine. And I say this, you take on a lot of burden, unnecessary burden, and burden for being who you are. And most people can't even balance their own damn life out like that, bro. They can't. So not being sounding crazy or nothing, but that's a lot that was put upon you when you became artists because a lot of squares, when I say squares, non-affiliates, that looks at the internet and sees certain stuff about you. They don't know you. You're just taking sound bites. They don't know you like I know you. You dig where I'm coming from? And it's like, man, it's a trip to see that, man, it's a trip to me. It hurt me to see the attacks that come to you, you know, from people that we don't know, or it just trips me out. Like, damn. Even if he was, I had a situation. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna get in a little bit. I used to be in the pen, and those dudes, you knew who you were when I was in the pen. If you said something disrespectful about Bow Wow or anybody that did music, and you said it more than one or three,
Bow
four
Wow
times,
being Big Snoop Dogg.
right? I took offense to it because now I think you saying fuck the city.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're doing it incognito.
Yeah.
You ain't just saying, well, you know
Snake
what?
dissing.
Right. Instead of just saying, you know what? Fuck you and fuck your set. You want to use the music as your pathway to get in.
Yeah.
Sneak dissing.
You don't know him at all, and you tearing him down about who he ain't, what he ain't did, and all
Exactly.
this
So-
in front of you.
Yeah.
Just, you know.
Yeah, they don't think I really know who you, like, you really know something? Man, listen, I'm really from over there.
Yeah.
And I really know these people.
Yeah.
So now I'm a little bit offended. I'm a lot offended.
Yeah.
And if you people remember what I did to you.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, I heard a couple of things myself.
So, you know, I'm not no super nigga, I ain't this, none of that. It was just, that's how deep it felt on me.
Yeah, I
As a street
understand.
nigga out here representing banging.
That's like somebody stepping on your toes, though. You know, it's like me talking to you about one of your homies. I got into it with a dude like that. I won't say his name. He rests in peace now. But he was saying, you know, how he was in the joint and we had a wild homie up there and the rest of the homies didn't want to back him. And something happened to him and they didn't move or something or whatever. So he was like, yeah, them niggas was some busters. I said, cuz, ain't none of my motherfucking homies no busters. You can park that right there. You know what I mean? So, you know, you can go and finish entertaining these niggas with your story, whatever. But nigga, ain't none of my homies no busters. Let's get that understood. So, you know, yeah, you got to, you know, you can't let nobody play you like that. Because if, you know, you let them play you like that, then next, you know, what's to say what they gonna try next?
And pull out the wig and put the dress on.
Walk by and slap you on your cheeks.
Ooh,
you ain't even playing basketball. Walk by and slap you on your cheeks.
See, that's the crazy part about when you have, and I'm just speaking, you know, in the West, we got a lot of dope, you know, icons that come out of Long Beach, Compton, LA, and it's always people who don't know them people, oh, he ain't really from over there. First of all, who are you to say he ain't really from over there if you ain't from over there? You know, you gotta have conversation etiquette. That's like me saying, you know, talking, oh yeah, Trady, he really ain't from Long. How the fuck I know if he from Long? I'm not from Long Beach, I'm from Compton, so I can't speak where he is or what he do or where he from, even if somebody from over there tell me that. That's not none of my business.
It's hearsay. Yeah, that's hearsay. And then if you propagate the shit, you know what I mean, it's like you support the bullshit. You know what I mean? What we have a bad habit of doing as a people is we usually say, when speaking of someone, the first thing that comes to our mind negative about that person.
Right.
You know, it's like, oh, do you know Lil Johnny from the West Side? Oh, the West Side of Long Beach, the one that snitched? You talking about that? And it's like, well, damn, Lil Johnny might have had an allegation, but ain't nobody proved it. But you gonna run with the allegation just based on there's something bad about that person. And that's, oh, you talking about, oh, broke ass, you know, and it's like, you know, where do the props come in at? You know, where does the upliftment come in at? So, you know, we have a tendency to knock each other just based on, you know, it seems like it puts you in a position to where it makes you feel better because you can talk down on somebody. And I ain't never espoused that. I'm not.
Yeah,
cool
some
with
people
that.
think that's their uplifting by putting somebody else under the toilet. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, but that's how, you know, like you said, as a people. But you being in the game, the music business, I know you done been around a lot of people. How do you keep Trady clean?
Stay me, you know. I don't try to assimilate into nobody else's program, structure, ideologies, none of that. You know what I mean? It's like you who you are, I'm who I am, and if it's something that, you know, brings us together to create music or to interact on any kind of level socially or whatever, then you gonna be you, I'm gonna be me, you know? And, and as long as we can combine one another's assets to create something and make something better, then I'm with that. But, you know, I ain't starstruck. You know, I was somebody before I started rapping. You know what I mean? I was somebody to, you know, monsters, and, you know, and goons, you know what I mean? So to get those kind of props and that kind of recognition, you know, it take a whole lot more than just putting some words on the beat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Since you brought that up, how do you approach your writing? How do you approach writing your lyrics?
The track, like I told Junior, it gotta move me. I have to picture something being said on there that jibes with the feeling that the track is giving me. So I don't pre-write. You know, I don't have songs just sitting up to where I'm, you know, I hear a track and I'm like, oh, I can put this song on there. You know, because each track has this individual feeling and it brings something out of you differently than the next track. So it takes something that makes me say, yeah, the people are like this. You know, if I create the right subject matter and the right chorus that rides with this music, it could be a potential like masterpiece. So, in my estimation, not the public's. I don't go for public acceptance.
So you never had writer's block before?
I had writer's block for 5 years when I got there 12 years. Shit, I had writer's block for 5 motherfucking whole years.
Oh, so you didn't write nothing for the first 5 years on this last
And then
term.
when I started writing, it was like, nah, you know, figure it out. Figure it out. Get back, get back to where you were, because it's a task being able to not say the same shit over again, and to still be able to entertain and educate at the same time. So I consider myself as a street educator as well,
right.
Because I'm gonna tell you how it really goes down, to the degree where I'm not incriminating nobody or nothing like that, but I'm gonna pretty much give you an overview on how I get down and how it goes down where I'm from. And so you know how to conduct yourself if you ever find yourself in one of those environments or situations that I described. So,
okay, well then let me ask you this: if you have opportunity, any particular artist would you like to work with on a collaboration? If you had the opportunity to do so.
Dead or alive? Just you talking about still alive, of course.
Yeah.
Because they'd have to be alive for me to still work. Well, not, motherfuckers take shit, motherfuckers dead, and rap, and
okay, we can answer both ways we choose.
Both ways. One, well, dead would be Marvin Gaye. And alive, damn.
That's a heavy one.
Yeah, who would I really want to work with? Probably Ice Cube.
Ooh, that'd be dangerous.
Say that.
Probably Ice Cube.
Cube, okay.
Yeah.
What's the best advice would you give anyone that is in the music industry today?
Be smart. Be smart about your business.
Gotcha.
And be serious about your craft.
What is your most memorable performance? She told us one about Germany. I don't know if that was it or not.
No, that was Snoop's show. I was just the hype, one of the hype me and Superfly. Okay. Probably when me and Snoop went and did Lollapalooza. Those performances in '96, we did Lollapalooza when he dropped the Dogfather album.
I like that when that came out.
Yeah,
that one was hard though.
It was hard. But a lot of people don't feel the same way. They feel like it was a departure from Dre's sound to DJ Pooh's sound, and both of them are equally dope. Yeah. Dre just makes a different soundscape than DJ Pooh makes. And I think Dog did a great job transitioning to Pooh's beats. And, it allowed me to get on and showcase my talents. I was on OJ Wake Up and Downtown Assassins. And, we left the city to tour, and the album was maybe 200,000 or 300,000. And by the time we came off tour, a month and a half later, it was double platinum. So we went out there and pushed it, and that was the first time I recall performing in front of 15,000, 20,000 fans, and I would just go out there and hype the crowd up before it was me, Charlie Wilson, and Snoop Dogg and DJ Jam. And I would go out there and I would hype the crowd up, I freestyle or whatever, and I'm not the best freestyler, but it was just the energy and the feeling at that moment, just you seeing just a sea of people out there and they just going crazy. So it would have to be Lollapalooza.
Wow, okay. But you made a mention about you will, if you had the opportunity to work with Q, okay, okay. I'm thinking the Gridlock soundtrack. I'm mixing up. The Gridlock soundtrack for the movie.
Mm-hmm. That was Tupac.
That was Tupac.
That was Tupac. Boom, 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 out the moon.
Right.
That was Tupac and the LBC crew.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then.
I haven't worked with Q as of yet, but
okay. Then what song was that? That was you, Dub C.
That was on the gang-related soundtrack.
Gang-related soundtrack.
That's another
CJ.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, that was nice too.
Yeah. So Deee, I'm ask you this question. When you it was a time when I don't know if you remember this. One of our homeboys, rest in peace. One day he was dipping through the set or whatever, and something went on. The next day you had me and him in a car, and we was going up. You had us going way up to Los Angeles. To I don't remember. If I might, you got to tell me if you remember. I don't know if you do or don't. You won't remember. You don't forget shit. The loop didn't stop nothing when it comes to certain stuff.
Man, come on.
But I think
this is my homeboy.
I think we went to I think it was a Sony record. You ever had business with Sony?
I think we did go to Sony.
Yeah.
You just reminded me of that.
Yeah.
It was Sony.
It had me and the home baby.
That was about 98.
7. I went back.
97? Okay.
Yeah. You was trying to, they had to run you some Christmas money.
Right.
Yeah. Man, Deee was doing something, and he jumped out the car, and you know the homie. Well, I know how he is. He's like, hey, we going out here. And I go, well, okay. We went up to Sony Records, and he's like, look, this, that, and that, right? Went up in there. I was like, damn, this motherfucker got us up here. So we went from the set to Sony Records.
Like that.
Like that. Like off the 110 all the way.
I had a solo deal with Sony at the time.
I didn't know Deee went up there. Me and the homies, we some grimy East Side niggas at this time. So Dee's like, look, straighten up a little bit, this, that, and third, but just go in there, be right back. Stay right here. We went in there, went up in there. It's marble floors and all this stuff. We up in there. You remember this?
Y'all hung out in the lobby while I went to holler at Steve Prudhomme.
Oh,
I was gone for about like 10 minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I know you
remember.
And he came back. We jumped in the whip. And we
stopped by the bank.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he blessed us, you understand me? And we was on a mission, because that was the first time I seen, y'all had the chirps.
Next Tales.
Yeah. I had never seen that stuff.
Oh, yeah. I was gone when that came out.
Yeah, you was in the feds.
Yeah, I had an operation going on with the 6Os where, they had a communication service up there. And,
okay.
I used to go buy my two-ways and my chirps up there. Me, Daz, Big C Style, a couple of more homies. We was all on the chirp line.
Yeah. I was like, I ain't never. I was like, what the hell does they got? Because it sounded like it was on.
Sound like some police shit, huh?
Because it was kind of, I ain't never, I got thinking, I just got the PND.
Over and out.
That shit messed me up. I'm like, how the hell we go over here? Now we over here. He's like, it was on the phone, but that was a trip. Then I went back to jail. And, Deee, here you go, the album going crazy. I'm gonna tell you this, man. I was attaching Max, and there was an MTA. He turned sergeant. I don't want to get the man in no trouble. And this when the East Side of the album came out. Mm-hmm. I'm staying in the cell, and I just got down. What year they came out?
2000.
I'm upside down.
Early 2000, end of 99, beginning of 2000. Came out January 2000.
Yeah, I'm upside down in the cell. I'm listening to Julio G on West Side Radio in the cell.
Oh my guy.
Right. Yeah, you know what I mean? Shout out to Julio G. I ain't never met the dude before. I think I seen him one time. I was thinking I was crazy too.
Real cool. Solid
but I listened to his music. So I'm listening to it on the radio, and he plays this, right? I'm in the cell with my super tray that I got in the house, that radio I got in my house.
Yeah.
I got that in the cell. Bumping West Side Radio, and they dropped this Eastsidaz album, right? The first one.
Deuces and Trays?
Yes.
No, the first one.
No, the first one.
Snoop Dogg presents the Eastside.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, okay. You know better than I do, so there ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm listening, I'm like bumping it. I'm like, are they bumping on the radio? I'm single man status because they don't want to put nobody in the cell with me. Long story short, I'm single man status. So I got the music bumping. I'm in there knocking. MTA come through. He tap on the window because I was on psych meds.
Oh yeah,
I had some issues. At 25 of life, did something to a nigga, man. I needed to sleep up in that motherfucker, right? Run them pills, man.
I had to run that Sierra quill.
I had a hard dog and cogenic.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was noted up, dog. And the homies that's on the street know blah, 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 blah. So anyway, he bring me the meds. He said, what you doing listening to that? I said, man, that's my motherfucking homies. What you talking about? I'm give my motherfucking dope, man. And he started through the door. He said, you know about that? I said, yeah, I'm from right there. I'm talking to an MTA. I used to do that the medication. He's like, all right, FOMBY, yeah, I know you from Long Beach, insane. So you know something, nigga. You around there handing out dope. You don't know who the fuck I am. Next day, this nigga come by and slide me the motherfucking tape inside my cell.
The Eastside safe?
And it was in the, I'm gonna tell you, it was in the cigarette pack. Like a cigarette, like you buy humps.
Yeah.
That's how the case came. And he slid, I think it was blue. I think that one was blue. He slid it on the floor, right into the cell. I was like, what the fuck is this? And I looked, I seen him going down the steps. So he had to have been the one that did it. Ain't nobody got it up in here. Nobody. I got this motherfucker. I was like, damn. I put the motherfucker in. I'm tripping. I throw it in. Because I had to whoop the super tray to the cassette player, and with the whole sections, every race in there heard me knocking that.
Yeah,
they was like, what the fuck is that?
No, you was the first one on the tier.
I was the first one on the yard with that motherfucker in the institution.
Yeah.
Coolio just dropped it on the radio. Next time I got it in the cell.
How many niggas came by and asked you, man, let me borrow that?
Oh, no, they knew the rules. Yeah. Y'all know who it is. You know I was with them CDs and tapes. Y'all knew the rules and them fuck books. You already know. But that time, and then when you was on Bill Maher's, Politically Correct.
Oh.
I was in Delano in the cell, just got sentenced. I'm sitting there, they used to leave the TV on. And you know how everybody been in receptions in California, you know how it is. It's one TV per 100 cells. Do you know there's about 200 or better, maybe more, on one side and 200 on the other side. So it's like 400 dudes in one building on a TV, not this big, smaller than this. And they doing
way smaller than that.
Yeah. And they got Bill Maher's on Politically Correct, Trady on the show.
I know you're like, wait a minute, let me fix this color. That is
No, we inside the cell. This TV's outside in the day room.
Oh, okay, all right.
You know, we locked down, we in the reception, ain't no moving around like that. They got that mug on, and I say something to myself, I was more proud of you to hear how you handled yourself on that show with those people. And I was like figuring out, what the fuck is the homie up there? Dude was not, hey, dog, hey, man, it's your homeboy on TV.
I was mad as fuck at Bill Maher too for having that bullshit ass topic up there, bikini, some shit about bikinis or some old shit. I'm like, man, you brought me on this motherfucker to talk about some motherfucking.
But
bikini.
you held
it was a nice experience up there with supposed intellectuals,
exactly.
And, you know,
yes,
speaking heads and whatever.
Yes,
you know,
and then Politically Correct on ABC was a popular show.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
And the next morning came out, dog. Some of our homies was on the yard. Some of them heard it, some was asleep. But we had congregated. I think Dirty Boy. I don't know if Dirty Boy was on the yard. I think Dirty
Robert.
Boy. Yeah, I think Dirty Boy. I don't know if he was there when that happened, but I remember being on the yard in reception. There was other homies was there. Also, and I remember we had came out, and that's how you see that shit? Like, yeah, I saw that shit. We was happy to hear the homie on TV.
Spitting his spittables, huh?
Right, and you know, I guess I ain't saying we became a topic because of him, but we was a reflection of him representing us on the TV.
On a huge platform at that.
Exactly. So I say that to say this. For all those viewers and listeners who have homeboys and homegirls, that's professional athletes, artists, or that's in the entertainment field or business world, y'all represent us, and we represent y'all. You got where I'm coming from? I never knew that. I didn't understand that, what was going on, why they all like,
The
man.
parallel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think that's healthy for people to hear coming from, they don't know me, but they know you. And I say, you're not a perfect person, but I think you have held yourself and conduct yourself well, way better than probably I would have. and then do your adversities that I'm aware of. You know what I'm saying? I think you did a great job. I know it ain't over, but keep pushing, dog.
Man, dog.
Keep pushing, man. I'm proud. I'm saying I'm proud of you and other homies that has that's been successful in their endeavors and their profession. I don't want to be calling all names and all that, but we doing everything with you.
And he got new music coming out. Shit.
That music is.
Yeah,
I heard some of it.
Yeah.
He sat there and got a full ear of it.
Yeah, that's. I don't know. There's some shit on there, dog.
Let me ask you this, man. Performing wise, you just ready. You just get out the bed and go straight to the show. You don't rehearse. You don't do none of that shit, do you? You just you turnkey on.
This is what I need. I need to know the lineup of the show.
Okay.
And I need to make sure that these are songs that I'm familiar with. If I had to brush up on a couple of them because we haven't performed them in a couple of shows or a few shows, then, I take the time to put them on repeat for a few times to lock myself back in. But once I know what we doing, I'm just ready to go out there and give it to the people.
So is that usually you drive into the show and say, shit, man, we doing this now? Okay, I kind of...
Oh, it's way before driving to the show.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's like a week preparation, 2-week preparation. Right. It's like Goldie usually, when we perform as the Eastsidaz, he usually would arrange the show tape, and he make sure I got that in time enough to be able to study and know what we was doing, so we know how to transition from one song to the next.
So you don't never forget none of your shit?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
What is your favorite
Not
rap
unless
album?
I'm trying some new shit.
What is your favorite rap album?
Favorite rap album?
It could be your album or your favorite album that you listen to.
Favorite rap album would have to be Paid in Full, Eric B. and Rakim.
Speaking of that, we got 50 years of hip hop.
Yeah.
Now, before you was an artist, do you remember your first hip hop tape you bought? Like you went wherever it was, you bought.
Probably Eric B. and Rakim, Paid in Full.
You get that?
That was serious. That was probably the first tape that I spent money on to bang over and over.
Did you get it on the mixtape at VIP, or you just got the whole album, the whole cassette?
The whole cassette.
I see, I was cheap.
I bought that a few times. I mean, it'd get stolen and
we're getting your
come
car
up missing.
cassette tape.
I must have purchased that at least like 4 or 5
we talking about
times.
cassette tapes. The little things get caught up and don't work no more.
I'm just talking about getting in the car
Or
and yanking it.
slide right in the pocket.
Yeah.
It's like,
You had to went through some tapes right on
So
the inside.
that was your first introduction to hip hop.
Not at all. Not my first introduction.
But the
to
favorite rap album.
That was my favorite rap album.
Okay,
my
and
first introduction to hip hop was Sugar Hill Gang.
What is your least favorite rap music?
Least favorite genre or least favorite
Yeah, we can say that.
artist or at least
We'll say, I wrote down, what is your favorite, we'll go with that. Yeah, what's your least favorite genre of music?
folk.
Funk?
Folk.
Folk.
Oh, folk.
F-O-L-K.
I
Oh.
love funk.
Okay, all
I
right.
was raised on funk.
I was like, what?
No, thank you for saying
Yeah.
that. Let's make no mistakes. That was not the word. Yeah. George
Folk-
Clinton,
yeah,
Portland,
folk music.
Funkadelic.
F-O-L-K. Folk
Yeah,
music.
folk music.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of folk.
Do you think there's anything negative about rap music?
Negatives and positives in all music. Rap is no different. Rap just have more of a universal appeal and impact to me, so it's dissected more, for the pros and cons of it, and it's usually a lot of cons. Oh, they say bitches, they say nigga, oh, they talk about violence, they do this, and motherfucker, this is how we live. This is our reality. So, fuck you want to talk about rainbow sprinkles and vanilla motherfucking ice cream? Get the fuck out of here. So,
But you say that, right? And I listen to different genres of music. I do. I listen to green grass. I listen to pop, rock.
They got a green grass?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, well, in my business, I do to make my money. I got to have
it's
a
more
certain
like
kind of music going.
It's like a lot of instrumental stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
Got you. That sound like bluegrass.
Bluegrass.
That's
That's what
yeah.
we said. Green grass.
Yeah, well,
Bluegrass.
yeah.
Sorry, man. That's the public school. Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Hey, look, man, my school was great. Shout out to Long Beach Wilson,
He
baby.
thinking about money. He thinking about money. Green grass.
Or the other kind of think about that sunrise.
Or that sunrise, yeah.
Later on. Not right now. Later on.
Right,
for sure.
Bluegrass.
Well, hold on, wait a minute. Since you brought up Sun Rocks, what is Sun Rocks?
Sun Rocks is a creation by myself and my partner for the last 7 years, business partner, Louis B.
Shout out Louis B.
Yeah, it's a concoction of different extractions of cannabis infused onto OG bud, and the process of infusion is the secret that no one knows. And once it's prepared, it's like knockout gas. Snoop Dogg called it elephant tranquilizer. You know
what?
Yeah, he doesn't allow it at the compound or nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't even come in there and light no Sun Rocks. Man,
Is that potent, huh?
get that shit out of here.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, dog, why you doing me like this? He like, man, he said, man, the first time he smoked it, he went right to sleep for 4.5 hours.
Ooh, wee.
Yeah, went right night, kissed the baby.
Was that what you gave Ball and Chain that day? Was that Sun Rocks?
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah, he gave wifey some Sun Rocks.
I gave her with instructions. I gave her instructions.
Breakfast.
We was on the way home. I'm talking like, yeah, man, the video shoot. She's like, hey, man, hey.
Yeah. She was at the video shoot with Well, I directed a video shoot for the homie, rest in peace, Willie Mann.
And Crook.
And Crook, and I was in the
Bar Masters.
And Bar Masters, and your
we know who he is.
Yeah, and so shit, I let her know. She was like, "Yeah, I said, "Little, hold up, we get this here. This gonna do something to you."
I done had people purchase that was from out of state, and on their ride home, they tell me they had to pull over and call Earl. Take a rest.
Okay,
man,
rest,
it's just like.
Well, can I ask you this question then? Did y'all guinea pig meeting? Because I think I probably want to know.
You wasn't a guinea pig.
You was.
Another one of our former homies who we used to hang with.
Oh, okay.
Had a few artists.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah, he was pretty much the first one that smoked it on a daily basis.
Oh, that nigga
and he had to stop because his throat became raw, and it just became overwhelming for him to try to handle business under the.
It's difficult. It's a shutdown.
It's not something you should smoke before like 2 or 3 in the daytime. If you have any kind of business that you have to attend,
take care of your business first.
If it's anything, matter that you have to attend to that requires your attention and focus and awareness, Sun Rocks is not what you want to start your day off with. It's not.
Okay.
And that's just a public service announcement, so.
Fair warning.
Yeah.
But try it for yourself. Hey, who knows what your tolerance level
So if there's somebody out there who, like, man, I want to try this, where could they go? If you can, let them know where,
Harriet Tubman.
Yeah.
Underground Railroad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, put some.
Cop on that Underground Railroad, baby. We catch up with you.
Okay, Max. Do you think anything can be done to improve the current state of rap music?
Yeah. Put out more of the shit. Put out some more of that shit.
Hey, listen. What can the fans expect from you in the future? You told us you told us that you have an album coming out called Violence. Mm-hmm. What date is that gonna come out?
Well, I'm dropping a single called Berserk on August the 4th.
Okay.
And the album will probably drop on the 18th of August.
Okay.
And since my wife finished her album, we coincide because hers was finished mastering before mine.
Oh, okay.
So she's going to launch her single Gemini Evil Twins this Friday.
Oh, this Friday. And what's the date of that? What's the date of this Friday?
Hold on, let me look.
Yeah, we gotta figure it out. Yeah.
Keep moving, I'll figure it out.
The 4th for the single and probably the 18th for the entire
Friday's the
project.
28th.
Yeah.
28th of July, 2023.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other albums or music or performances you got going on? Or features?
Well, we had a conversation with Big Snoop Dogg regarding getting back in the studio and
What do you mean getting back in the studio?
providing the fans with another version, the three-peat.
What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. 3P of what? Are you saying the Eastsidaz? That's what I'm thinking.
Hey, that's who we known as.
Wow.
Okay.
That's who we known as. We got a contemporary production on there, and we got classic production as well. And it's just we gonna
Wow, you got a lot going.
Vibe it out. We gonna vibe it out and give y'all that feeling again. That y'all know.
We got a lot going on right now.
Also, if I'm not mistaken,
yeah,
people
your
out
album,
there,
the Mrs. album,
the
this
Eastsidaz
album.
got a show August 10th.
12th.
12th. So you wanna kind of speak on it if you can?
Eastsidaz, Dub C, Mac 10, gangsta shit, West Coast. Come out and get it full dose.
Yeah, everybody who listening, by the time this come out, y'all should be able to get y'all tickets. Google where it's gonna be. Got the Eastsidaz, Mac 10, Dub C. Hey, it's gonna be a building full of whatever's gonna be in there. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice.
Yeah. Let me ask you this here. Yeah, it is gonna be nice for sure. Can you let the viewers, the listeners know about where they can purchase your merch that you have?
Right now, I'm restructuring my whole presentation as far as the merch that I put out. Mm-hmm. So if they want old merch that I had, they can hit up Big Trey D Music. I believe it's yahoo.com. My wife regulates all that.
Okay, I'll get it.
That's like it's older merch that I already had out, but I'm coming with a whole new design. So I don't know how I'm gonna present that, what platforms I'm gonna present that on, but I have merch attached to Violence. That my new album that's gonna be coming out.
Okay, so what I'll do, we'll have for the old merch, we'll have a link up there. We'll provide a link on the screen so people can see it. If you viewers can see it, you can see it. Oh, gotcha. Mm-hmm. So yeah, anything else you'd like to speak about or say anything about? Because this is our opportunity right here to say what you got to say about your involvement in the music industry.
I'm here, man. Shit, motherfucking Rolling Stones did it. For how long they did it, other motherfuckers still doing it, how they doing it. I'm still good at what I do, so stay tuned. When I feel like I can't provide the people what they expect out of me no more, then that'll be my departure from the game. As long as you see me, you gonna get that shit.
Gotcha. Most definitely, I appreciate you, big homie. Oh, homeboy. How you want me to word this? Rapper.
All right, journalist. Yeah.
Trying to be.
So there y'all have it, man. We got Big Trady with us. We signing off. As he say, no let up.
Damn.
Every day I wake for like my life on the line. Jungle in these streets, speaking peace on the line. Hustle to increase, put it all on the line. House to spouse, family freedom, walking yards on the line. Every day 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 on the line.